All right, guys. So part 2, I'm super excited. So to continue on, first off, I want to say I know I look super haggard. I'm sorry. I have been running around like a crazy person. My mom left town today. I worked today. I walked to and from. It's a little hot out here for us Midwesterners. I hate saying that, but so sorry in advance, but nobody said level 40 was like gonna be glamorous or like attractive, so that's fine. And also as a reminder, I did a raid today. I did a Moltres raid, and I did an Articuno raid yesterday, and they both ran for me. I didn't catch either of them. And so just a reminder, you can be an elite trainer, and then sometimes they'll run. Like, sometimes they even run from Freya, and she's like the best at catching them ever. So don't get discouraged ever if they run away, because it'll be okay. So to continue on my Pokemon Go Love Fest, oh my gosh, well, what the thing that pushed me over level 40 today was the fact that my mom and I became ultra friends in the game, which gave me 50,000 XP. And I love her to death, and especially I love her because she loves the game too, weirdly enough. And she's her own kind of special trainer. She had her buddies Jigglypuff for the longest time. Even after she had enough candy to get a Wigglytuff, she still wanted Jigglypuff to be her buddy just because she liked walking with it. And that was another thing that reminded me of, like, there's so many cool ways to play the game. Like, you can play the game so much, like, so many different ways. Like, you can love, like, all your Pokemon. Like, Alex is, like, a testament to that. Like, he is inspiring in that he loves, like, so many of his Pokemon so much, and I love that. And there are people that play just to collect, and there are people that play because they want a level 1 of each one, and there are people that play because, like, they want a Pokemon of each one whose CP matches the number in the Pokedex. That's a thing. There are people that play to get 100% IV ones for each one. There are people that play for shinies. There are people that love to raid. There are people that don't raid at all. There are people that only do low level raids, and people that do, hours and hours of legendary raids. Which, by the way, my mistake in my last video when I said 10 raids, I meant 10 hours of raids. Like we didn't just do 10 raids that day. Sorry. Nobody was probably even caught that, but I caught that. And so just so you know, there are all kinds of different players, and I love meeting all of them. They're amazing. And let's see, who else can I mention? Ari, you're one of my closest friends as well, and you're a sweetheart. And I remember first meeting you. I think we first went to play on Christmas Eve together, and it was cold, and we went to the Capitol, and we braved a lot of the elements together. I remember going out many times when it was so hot and humid, and we were both covered in sweat, and it was awful. But the things you do for the game. And yes, we drove to Victoria on a whim one day too, and I felt bad because you did not catch a Heracross, but we had a super fun time anyways. I know we had a lot of fun. And Ari, before you, there was Tom Cruise. Tom, it didn't work out, but that's okay too, because you know what? You asked me out when I met you to raid with you in shorts and a t-shirt, and it was hot, and you still somehow asked me out on a date, and we were together for 6 months, and we were different people, and it's okay, it didn't work out, but you helped me with, move sets and knowing when to use charge TMs and fast TMs, and knowing which Pokemon to use against, whoever we were raiding against, and I wouldn't trade that for anything either. So, who else? Of course, Freya, I've already talked about you a ton, but, I always love you, and same with Josh, who, you're possibly the nicest guy ever. Gosh, and then the raid bus, all the memories of the raid bus. And Phil, oh my gosh, Phil, oh my god, also one of the nicest guys in the entire world, I think. Um, you put together this whole amazing group, and nobody even knows that, like, you, like, take just enough from ticket sales, and, like, the rest goes to charity and stuff. And you just created this amazing avenue for people that, there are all kinds of people that go on the raid buses in Austin, like people that are disabled and can't drive, people that don't have a lot of friends or whatever, and they don't have enough people to go and do legendary raids with. People that just don't want to drive or don't own vehicles. You gave us that avenue to go on and be able to do a bunch of raids. Absolutely amazing. Except for that one really weird raid bus. And Ari, I know you'll remember this because it's like the worst raid bus ever. It was like the air conditioning was broken on the bus. It was hot. Like none of the outlets worked. And that was the day I caught like 5 shiny Lugias. And Ari, I felt so bad. Like I literally wanted to die because I was getting all of them. You weren't getting any. And I would have done anything to like just give you one. Trading wasn't a thing then. But even then, it was still like, I just love having it as an experience in my back pocket. Because even though it was a really weird raid bus, it's a memory. And I love it so much. And obviously, I can't think about raid buses without my friend Allie. Like, she is so cool as well. And, like, just, she's the greatest. And, like, such a, like, when I say SJW, I mean that in the absolute most positive way ever, because personally I love that, and she's always been like that, and more than that, she was always super nice to me too, even though I was typically the weird girl by herself. Went on quite a few raid buses by myself. She's always nice to me. She always, like, amazingly so, and Team Mystic, so, gotta love that. Okay, we're gonna go to part 3 right now.